So what's up, guys? So I figured we'd take the opportunity here to show you one of my bad financial decisions. At least that's what a lot of people call it. But what we have here is a Savage Model 110. A little basic history on this thing. Savage 110 was actually designed back in 1958. Got the actual patent for it in 1963. Wonderful rifle, wonderful rifle. I'm actually very sad that I had to, if many of y'all watch the channel, we had that old 7 mag out here, Winchester 7 mag. I had to get rid of her in order to get this one, but I have two dream precision rifles that I actually kind of want. Not like big boy precision, but something fun to play with. And that is the M14 and this girl right here. So I finally got one of my dream weapons. Yeah, beautiful weapon. I love this thing. But little fun fact for you on them. So what was it, 1958, whenever they started making this one, it actually only came in two calibers. You had the 30-06 and you had the 270. Yeah, later on down the road they actually came out with the 243 and 308 Winchester and a couple other rounds to go with it. This one is actually not chambered in any of those. This one is chambered in 6.5 Creedmore. I'm not 100% when they actually started doing that. I'm gonna do a little research on it. This is just off the top of my dome right now, but do a little research on it, and I'll edit it down below when they actually started doing it in 6.5. But I know back in 2003, if I remember correctly, they actually incorporated something called the AccuTrigger as well. This one happens to have it. So what the AccuTrigger is you can actually adjust the poundage of your trigger pull. I believe a standard one's anywhere from 1.5 pounds to 6 pounds, somewhere in there. I know the varmint, some of the varmint variants, you can actually take it down to a 6-ounce trigger pull. But yeah, we're just going to sight this bad boy in today and just see how well she actually dials in. And to give you guys an idea of what a 6.5 Creedmore is, I'm gonna put this beautiful thing down right here. I'm gonna compare it to the 308. So on my right, you have a 308 round. Randy's gonna come in a little closer with that. So you have 308. On my left, you have the 6.5. Not too much of a difference. If you look close, you can tell there's a little more powder behind that 308. Brandon, you know if you don't, how much is in this one?
I don't know how much powder, but I know that's a 175 grain projectile.
Yep. And then this one over here is gonna be the 108. 108 grain. So that's what we're working with here. Brandon was willing to donate a round so we could show a comparison of it. I know compared to that 7 mag, that 7 mag was beefy. She was big. But yeah, so we're gonna send some rounds downrange, guys. All right, so we're starting with the 5200 0. We're not gonna get it fine-tuned today. We just want to get it on paper and get it close to that 0. We'll pick another day to actually get it fine-tuned and get her good to go. This is just, we just put it on here. We want to see, essentially we're testing pretty much the accuracy of the rifle compared to how fast we can get that scope to dial in. But yeah, hopefully we're not too far off and this won't take too long. Number 2.
Are you on paper?
No. Did you see the burn?
I was looking at the camera.
Alright. So scope is high, barrel's low. I need to go down. A lot. Wouldn't surprise me if it's more than that. It wasn't too far off left and right though. So barrel is left, scope is right. I need to go left. Wonder if you have to do it again. Yep. All right, round 2. Wow, bitch. All right, so we we had to go down range a little bit closer to walk it in. One trick we used is actually pulling your bolt out and looking through it. If you block it up real well, you can pull the bolt out, actually look down the barrel while trying to hold it in the same spot. You can lean your head back and look through the scope and get a rough idea. We were able to get it within, what was that, a foot by a foot? Roughly doing it that way. So then we moved up range and we were, what do you think, 6 inches off?
Something like that.
6 to 8 inches off, high and left. So we walked it in down there, didn't worry about filming that part. Hopefully, with a little luck and me not getting jittery, we can keep it around the red in the middle. Whole goal of today, there's a black dot in the middle of the red. We at least want to touch it today. Maybe in about a week or two, we'll actually fine tune it to a quarter, but until then, we're just playing right now. Just trying to see what it'll do. So, yeah, going on. Oh, there's a log on my knee. Not a log, a stump. I think it's the same one I tripped on.
Probably. You want a hand?
No.
Okay.
Hand job maybe, but not a hand.
You want
Really high and really left.
send another. Hold the same point of aim.
Almost touching. Okay. Got a rough idea. So I need to do what I did plus 5. So, something Brandon brought up to me. Scopes like this. It's a 1/4 inch at 100 yards. So we're at 50. So that 1/4 inch actually doesn't mean a quarter anymore. That 1/4 inch now actually means an 1/8 of an inch. I didn't think about that when I was up front, when we were closer. When you're at 100 yards, it's moving the crosshairs 1/4 of an inch. When you're at 50, it's moving at 1/8 of an inch. When you're at 25, 1/16, so on and so forth. When we were down closer, I was doing it like it was a 1/4 inch movement. So I was only doing about 1/3 of the amount of movement that I needed for it. So it took a whole lot longer to walk it in. We were talking about on the way back up, Brandon goes, yeah, when you're this close, it's a 16th of an, or it's a, yeah, 16th of an inch. I was like, oh, that makes sense now. That's why target no move. But yeah, going hot. Almost thought I didn't hit it. It's the same exact hole. All right, so left and right, we're now good. Now I just have to adjust the elevation. So windage is good, elevation is not. Yeah, it brings a little chill to me right there watching them pinhole each other. It's literally at the top of the red circle. I'll go with my favorite number. No, I'm not, because it's the same movement as the other ones. I want to touch black. I want to touch black. This one's going to do it. I can smell it. Which, I don't know. I also smell burnt toast, which that could have something to do with all the energy drinks. Oh, never mind. I did my math right. By math, I mean $50 right there.
Yeah, I was about to say. It's about 30 on the ground right there, easy.
It's the only downside to these bigger rounds.
I mean, that's like the 308 that I buy. It's up to like $75 for a box of 20.
For all you gun nerds out there, if you want to know what we were actually shooting today. Hornady Precision Hunters. Oh. on top of the other. All right. Last little adjustment. We'll send a few more rounds and we'll go and look at it. I got one more. Get away from me, you hot brass. I am very happy with that. Clear. I am very happy with that. Let's go take a look at it. So yeah, everything else will be on me when we get farther out. I know 50 doesn't sound like much, and technically it's not. 50 yards, but it's called the 50-200-0, so theoretically you're at 50 yards dialing in. When you reach out to 200, it should be the same exact hold. So same at 50, same at 200, same. So what is it, at 100 yards, I believe it's somewhere between 1 inch to 2 inches that you'll aim low. Outside of that, when you go past 200 with this rifle, this round, I don't know. I'm not gonna lie to you. We'll figure it out as we go, as far as 300 and all that. But you can see this is where we came all the way up and actually sighted it in whenever we came up to 25. I don't know if y'all can see the holes right here, but that was just kind of in a little sitting position, not laying prone. So once we finally got it down to here at the 25, we backed out. She was up here. You see the difference between 25 and 50. That's without making any adjustments, nothing. That's where she was at. So first group at 50 once we hit paper. Second group at 50 once we hit paper. Third group at 50, because yes, there's 2 there. Fourth group at 50. And then there's 4 right there once we finally got it dialed in a little better. And I promise you there's 4 holes in there. But yeah. So honestly, the weapon itself dialed in great. Like, I can't be mad at this thing. Only thing I will say, which is with any bigger boy round, the barrel did get very, very hot. Shooting 20 rounds in a matter of what, 20 minutes?
Yeah.
What got her hot was the final 4 rounds. But even then, we've had AKs that you can cook bacon on and they still function properly. That's a pretty heavy barrel there. I wouldn't think it getting too hot is going to affect the accuracy too much. Once you get past about, what, 50 rounds, it may, and maybe one day we'll test it without warping the barrel, because, you know, I don't have that much money, so I can't really destroy weapons.
Dude, we wouldn't be able to afford to warp the barrel on a 6.5 Creedmore.
Good point. Yeah, that right there was 50 bucks. So anybody wants to donate ammo, I won't say no. 308 and 6.5, I won't say no. And 5.56. But no, seriously, wonderful rifle. It sighted in a lot better than I thought it would once we actually got it on paper. Which a lot of that has to do with scope as well. But this rifle, I bet with a good shooter, 1K easy. Not me. I doubt I could do that at 1K without some practice. But a good actual precision shooter, somebody that really knows what they're doing, 1K 1400 easy. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I highly recommend a Savage 110. Like I said, one of my dream rifles. I'm really glad I got to play with it. So one other thing I'm gonna bring up before we cut this short, as far as the rifle, the ammunition, and the compensator on the end, everything you see that I just mentioned was bought at one place right here in Bladen County, North Carolina, Allen Brothers Candy Shop. Go see RJ, go see Josh, go see all the boys down there. They'll hook you up, they'll treat you right, great customer service. Yeah, they're the ones that got me with this. Old Josh gave me a call one day, said, hey, I got a Savage 110 sitting on the shelf. You want it? I was like, yes, sir, I'm coming right now. But yeah, go check them out. Remember, Allen Brothers, logo. Allen Brothers Candy Shop. Go check them out. Tell them CJ sent you. Tell them Brandon sent you. They'll know who we are. Go say hi. Peace. Let's go downrange.